Hi everyone, my name is Etredu and I humbly welcome you back to my channel. Well, we are back again with our reaction videos, and today I'm here to serve you with another beautiful piece from Charlie. This is something new from the camp of Charlie Kirk, bro. It is titled as Charlie Kirk Leaves Woke Gender Activist in Tears, bro. I've not actually seen this piece as usual since I always watch it for the first time with your wonderful people, but I'm still hoping to see that tears, or it's just a saying. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so please sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this piece to the fullest. Let's go.
So my question is about what you said earlier about Justice Ketanji Brown's Jackson's qualifications for the Supreme Court, and how you mentioned that she was unable to define what a woman is, and I'd like to compare that to Justice Barrett. So Justice Jackson went to a public high school, attended an Ivy League law school, clerked for the Supreme Court, was a public defender, served on the Sentencing Commission, was a district judge, and served on the Court of Appeals. And as for Justice Barrett, she was a Supreme Court clerk, and she also sat in the Court of Appeals. And when she was being questioned by the Senate during her confirmation, she was asked to name the freedoms of the First Amendment, which she struggled with. So my question is, what makes Justice Justice Barrett more qualified than Justice Brown?
So first of all, what does your shirt say? I can't see that.
Trump 24 years in prison.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, got it. But we could talk about that in a second. I was like seeing double. I was like, are you a Trump fan or not? Because, yeah, obviously not. Yeah, I mean, by the way, how is Ketanji Brown Jackson's Ivy League credentials impressive if she got in with affirmative action? Why is that impressive? And by the way, Amy Coney Barrett did her entire hearing without a shred of notes in front of her. You remember that? She had nothing but a notepad, all from memory. Ketanji Brown Jackson, I will just ask you, do you think it's important that one of the 9 people determining the most important interpretation of our laws knows what a woman is?
Well, right. Well, my counter to that is that we shouldn't really be seeing the world in black and white. And a woman it's more than what meets the eye for a definition.
No, it's not. No, we should see the world through male and female. Yeah.
Why?
Definitely. Well, why? Because I live in reality, not in Narnia or some sort of weird created academic abstract space that doesn't exist.
So why shouldn't a person be socially welcome to identify with gender outside of the binary?
Well, anyone can pretend to be something they're not, but that doesn't make them the thing that they're not. Can I be black?
No.
Oh, but why can't I socially become black? Blackface, right? I could pretend, wear camouflage, masquerade as something that I'm not, right? How's that different than a trans person?
Race and gender are two completely separate things. They have nothing to do with each other, and the existence of being transgender does not imply the existence of being transracial.
So you can pretend to say that you have ovaries when you don't, but you can't put makeup on to pretend to be a black person.
What transgender women are claiming to have ovaries?
There's lots of men that pretend to have ovaries. In fact, the CDC guidance says right now that men can chest feed. Do you think men can chest feed?
That's not the sole criterion for being.
So let me ask you a question. What is a woman?
A woman is someone who identifies as one.
Answer the question without saying the word woman. You can't say the word woman. That's called circular reasoning. It's like saying a tree is something that looks like a tree. So I'll ask again, what is a woman?
A woman is a person who lives a lifestyle aligned with feminine characteristics, not necessarily your chromosomes or your genitals.
So someone who just wears a dress. So what you are doing is you are reducing womanhood to a costume.
Oh, I see.
No. So, are you suggesting that, like, a transgender woman goes about her day pretending to be a woman, but then when she gets home, she starts acting like a man?
No, delusional in every part of life. I understand that, but that doesn't mean they're not delusional. There's a series of mental conditions where you could pretend to be a wolf. Can you be trans species too? Does your own mental condition dictate external reality? Yes or no?
Not necessarily.
Okay, then why do you believe that a biological man can become something that he is not? Because he thinks it.
Because gender is not interchangeable with sex.
Yeah, right. So there are 0 genders. There are only 2 sexes. Gender is a made-up term that started in the academy in the 1960s. Talking about sex, which is the only thing that actually can be proven and that matters, X, 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 Y, I will ask the question again, why is it that a man can suddenly become a dress and can be treated exactly the same as a woman that is biologically, not just biologically different, but somebody that has a different brain, a different hormonal system, menstruate, have children? I'll be very honest with you. It is so unbelievably insulting to women to have men have to lecture that all it takes is some weird dude with testosterone can put makeup on, wear a thong and a dress, and he suddenly becomes a woman. Here's at the essence of the issue, is that no matter how much surgery you do, no matter how many drugs you take, you don't stop being the thing that you were born. You don't get to determine your reality by a stroke of the will. I don't deny for a second that the trans person thinks that they are. Certain people think that they're younger than they are. Some people think they're taller than they are. Some people think they're richer than they are. Some people think they're innocent when they're not, like Bob Menendez. There's plenty of delusional people in this world. It's up for society to say no to the delusional and yes to reality. It is for us to not allow us to be reigned under the tyranny of somebody's imagination. Do you have a response? And then we'll wrap it up. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, next question. And give it up for him. That's not easy to do at a conservative event. I appreciate it.
That's not easy.
Thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so yes, we just reacted to another beautiful video from Charlie. If you've been following this particular channel from day one, you will understand that there are times I disagree with Charlie and there are times I agree with Charlie. But I always try my possible best to make my stand unknown. Now, one thing I really love about videos of Charlie Kirk, and for that matter, I keep reacting to his videos or pieces, is the fact that he gives his audience enough room to have a beautiful conversation with you. Understand? It is not more of a lecture from one hand side or one side. It is not more of a teacher-centered approach whereby the teacher comes around and puts or pours everything on the student. No. Charlie adapts the 21st century teaching model, which is more of student-centric approach. The student and the teacher will probably end up in some sort of intellectual discussion, like what we just experienced. The student was more of a focal point or the focus person. So Charlie always tries his possible best to give enough room to his students or debaters to share their thoughts on a particular subject. It is rather unfortunate that it got to a particular point or moment, the gentleman in question didn't really know what to say, because Charlie really picked the question from some intellectual sort of angle, and it was beautiful watching this particular piece, bro. No doubt I couldn't pause this video at a regular interval to share my thoughts on it before proceeding to the end. Now, talking of gender, yep, it is actually a term that came up in the 60s, as Charlie made mention of. But if you'll also bear witness, the issue related to gender, or the issues pertaining to gender, has been the most talked about or the most debatable topic for a decade now, if I should be honest with you, wonderful people. There's a school of thought that postulates that gender is just male and female. And there's also another school of thought that postulates that no, gender goes beyond that. And in a civilized society, people are permitted to be the kind of gender they want. A man can choose to be a woman, and a woman can choose to be a man. And nobody should have anything wrong or good to say about that. Bro, as I made mention previously, I will never declare my stand on the above subject, but trust me, this is the most confused generation ever, bro. Like, the most confused generation ever. And I hardly talk about this as an individual because I believe, as Homo sapiens, this is not our topmost priority related to the kind of societal issues we've been facing on a regular basis. No, Nah, no. I remember I did a little economics some time ago, and they call something scale of preference. So when I do highlight our problems as man, this doesn't find itself at the topmost part of the hierarchy. So I wouldn't dwell so much on this. We as individuals, we inherited a beautiful planet which was full of rich vegetation. You could breathe in fresh air without inhaling any sickening substance and many others. What do we see today? A whole lot of illegal mining activities happening in my part of the world to an extent that we are destroying the rich vegetation. Emission of poisonous gases and substances into the atmosphere to an extent that people, instead of breathing in oxygen, we breathe in poisonous substances and breathe out a minimum of that same poisonous substance because more than half has already destroyed our internal system. That is my problem, bro. That is my problem with our part of the world today. A lot of sickening and crazy issues appear on my topmost priority or appears as part of my first three, considering the scale of preference I've been talking about. So I'm always saddened about the fact that this has become a topical issue in almost every corner of our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, as I made mention previously, I wouldn't dwell so much on this particular subject. Once again, my name is Esrelu, and I'm so excited we've gotten the opportunity to react to this. Hey, don't forget to keep your comments coming. Share your thoughts at the comment section and let's keep talking, bro. Let's keep talking. Well, I also support Charlie by giving a very big hand of applause to the gentleman because it is not easy having this debatable topic with a learned person like Charlie in public. I like that. I like that. As a popular saying goes, if you do not stand for something, you fall for anything. Clearly the gentleman stands for something, and Charlie also stands for something, just that they are of the opposing views. And I really love the fact that both parties mustered the courage to have that beautiful, constructive criticism or debatable topic for us to all learn from them. Again, I wouldn't talk much. So if you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do what subscribe to the channel, like this video and keep your comments coming. Peace.